the man who's been, they ought to put handcuffs on Brian Voss, honestly. It looks like he's stealing from these guys. He's bowling so good. But let's see how he does in the #1 position.
Good speed and some carry, some help.
Watch the action of the head pin right here. The head pin is going to come straight across the lane and knock out the 10 pin. And what a great break to start. There it comes. Boom. Only for Voss.
And Mr. Williams comes right back with a boomer. And he can add some pressure here with a strike on the left lane. His average 202 this week on the championship pair. Voss's 231.5. And they crossed it only twice.
Once you've been bowler of the year, and both of these players have been bowlers of the years, you're almost impossible to be beaten. You have to have the other guy beat himself.
Coming in, this head-to-head competition looked great on paper. Same is true on Wide World today in the Greg Hogan, the champion, lightweight IBF against Pernell Whitaker. It's really on paper a tremendous boxing bout, and this title match here, same ingredients. After 2 frames, each bowler.
Brian Voss with that textbook style, 4.5 step delivery, a little stutter step to start. Watch the height of the backswing, the nice flat wrist. Now he'll curl that wrist underneath the ball right at the release point. Doesn't hook his hand around the ball. He'll lift straight up through it, and it just saws the rack in half to even the match. Both players perfect through 2 frames.
Third consecutive week that he's been on our telecast, winning last week. And in the previous 2, he has a 4th and a victory. Oof.
This ball is just rolling so smoothly. He has the ability to be conscious enough and composed enough to keep it solid in the pocket.
All right, here's the counter punch by the former champion. That's how you feel after too many oysters, Rockefeller.
The ball comes in light in the pocket, hits the 1-3. Now watch the action of the 5 pin as it just dances across the lane. 1-3, touches the 5, wiggle, wiggle. Walter Ray giving it a little body action. Once it gets by 9 degrees of parallel, it must fall, and it did. The match is even.
And then a 4-7. That's back to reality.
A surprising 4-7. You could see it on Walter's face. He thought the ball was solid in the hole. The 2 pin goes straight up over the top of the 4. 3rd pin on the left-hand part of your screen. Watch what happens. It just leaps over the 4 and 7 pins. Kind of crazy pin action today.
And a spare for Walter Ray Williams Jr. in the 4th frame in a tremendous championship battle at Don Carter's All-Star Lanes. Bert Rose. The last 2, Toledo Connection, Don Carter, Mr. Universe. They were the general partners, 12 Don Carter bowling establishments.
And a 4th general partner, Jerry Eisen, in Miami, watching the action.
So Voss's string stops at 3. Left the 7 pin. Brian, he won his first title in 1983. Look at this.
He knows it's a good shot, but nobody's been able to keep that big string going today. 3 in a row for each player. Stops in the 4th frame. Voss would have a 1-pin lead with a conversion.
Brian Voss, who lost his first 6 from the top seed and then has won his last 2.
That is a change he's made in his game. He had that bump in his arm swing up till a couple years ago. He got that out of there. Plus, he became much more aggressive. Brian Voss was always somewhat condescending to his opponents in the championship round. Now he's an attacker.
And the man who will go to Peoria at River City to defend his True Value Championship at Ray Becker's Landmark Lanes. Our telecast will originate from there 1 week from now.
And next week it will be $200,000 for a perfect game. Nobody can roll a 300 this week in the finals of the Don Carter Championships. But $200,000 doubles the ante for the True Value Open as Walter Ray Williams Jr. and Brian Voss go at it 5th frame.
Hagen, the champion. Whitaker, the challenger.
Chris, you predicted the basketball game. You like Whitaker here. I'll take Hagen. He's just going to dazzle him and beat him up.
For a dozen oysters, okay? That's our wager. 1 dozen freshly shucked oysters.
All right, Hagen, you listen to me, buddy. Take care of that boy. Now.
Okay. 4-pin for Walter Ray Williams as these 2 champions are bowling for a total of $58,000. 1 game head-to-head. $38 for the winner, 20 for the runner-up. Tremendous incentive for Williams. First appearance this year on our telecast after 9 last year. 10 for Voss last year. Don Carter holds a record with 18 in 1 year. Very strange, like a boxing round, though. You're really getting some lead punches and then countering as Williams just did.
Talent and experience at the highest level. We had it last week with Voss and Pete Weber. Another man steps in to challenge Voss. Walter Ray Williams Jr. Now Voss with a chance to take a 12-pin lead, 6th frame.
What a convincing strike.
You know, I just took a look at the look on Walter Ray Williams' face when Voss threw that strike. Nobody likes to see a player throw that good a ball under pressure. Mostly, a player will show a little bit of emotion or say, hey, you know, this guy has a little chink in his armor. But Walter doesn't even want to look now. Voss looks too tough.
Three-bagger for Voss.
He's got it all going for him. The 2-pin goes to the sideboard, trips out the 4 and 7s. Haven't seen it happen much at all today in just a crucial time. A good break for Brian Voss. Now Walter Ray really has his back to the wall. He can't bank on Voss making a mistake.
Good comeback. Cutting the lead to 14 pins. This is one worth seeing, isn't it?
To give a tip to somebody who bowls at this level, an upcoming junior or maybe a top amateur, what do you do when there's this much pressure on the line? You take it 1 ball at a time. As you see Brian Voss working out that thumb hole a little bit. He must have hung up in one of those shots when he tripped that 4. What you have to do is take 1 shot at a time. That's what Walter's doing. He's not thinking about the 9th frame. He's thinking about the 8th frame right now and cutting the lead to 2 pins. Come on!
And again with a very strange leave of 4-7 after the hit.
Just a little bit different roll. Voss throwing a little more hook than Walter Ray Williams Jr. And here in this Don Carter center, it seems like that little extra hook allows the 2-pin to go between the 4 and 7 pins and knock it over. Walter, with that driving type roll, is driving the 2-pin over the top of the 4 and 7s. It's been the difference in the match so far. As you see the grip of Walter Ray Williams Jr. on this straight ball.
Spare in the 8th frame for Williams with 3 in a row. 8th frame for Brian Voss.
The last time I saw a player on a roll like this, Chris, is when your guy Hook and Bob Hanley just started bowling that way right at the end of, I believe it was the '84 season. He just dominated everybody. He didn't win every game, but he was just so awesome out there with that power. Voss has put that blend together of power and accuracy and versatility is allowing him to just dominate these fields. It looks like the other players other than Walter Ray don't even belong out here. He's bowling that good.
Voss winning last week, Merritt Island.
Oh.
Solid 10.
Yes.
You look at this match, we're talking Brian Voss. Cannot hardly do anything wrong. He leaves the 10 pin here where he could have almost shut out Walter Ray. But the match is not over. Voss with a spare would be going at a 2:48 pace. Williams has a chance to close it out to 2:45. It will still go to the 10th frame.
Smooth Voss. Exciting Walter Ray Williams. You mentioned earlier Voss defeated Pete Weber a week ago in the final game. Now this opponent.
In a must situation. 9th frame, potential 245, trails by 23 pins.
The 10.
Walter kept it in play, but didn't quite get the power to snap that 10 pin out. Somewhat dejectedly reaches for his spare ball. Still a potential 234 with a conversion, an outside chance for victory.
Big bucks in this final game. Winner with 38,000, runner-up 20.
Absolute must-strike situation for Walter Ray Williams Jr. He must strike in the 10th and 11th frames to have any chance. If he doesn't strike, the winner is Brian Voss.
Old Spice Gentleman Super Hydration Body Wash. Vanilla and shea. 24/7 moisturization with...
Oh.
And that 5.
Voss leans to the side, talks to Frank Esposito and says, what's the score? The best Williams can do is 223. Voss would just have to show up in the 10th frame to win the match. And go as high as 258.
There's Walter Ray Williams, who won 3 matches, improving with each game. Had a 207 in his first win, then 222, then 255 in his last game. But he has met Player of the Year in Brian Voss.
Good. You cannot pull that.
223 for Williams with 6 strikes.
Voss just has to stay behind the foul line, and he'll have his 2nd victory in a row, and we've only had 3 winners in 7 tournaments. 3 two-time winners.
That's clean.
Boy, Brian Voss, 7 years a PBA member. He has just won his 8th title, and a big one here in the Greater New Orleans
That's a good
Open.
thing by both bowlers. Hope you like and subscribe.